Tales of Reddit. Today when I was racist. I am white half. I work in a brewery. I was waiting on a table of Hispanic-looking folk. We were joking, fucking around. Seats 3-6 get this very dark beer. Seat 1 asks me for a recommendation. I get him my favorite, an Ember. I go back to check after dropping beers off. Me, how do you like this beer? Seat 1, oh it's great. I thought I should get, seats 4-6, beer, but that's gross and I like this a lot better. Me, totes, it's my favorite beer on tap, and it matches your skin tone. Record skips. I have said a racist thing. It slipped out, we were all joking around, but I said the wrong fucking thing. I am mortified. So, like any good server, I walk away and pretend it didn't fucking happen. I go back later. Seat 5 gets another dark beer. Seat 1, yeah but it doesn't match his skin tone so. Me, being totally cool and funny, yeah we don't really allow that thing around here cringe, I made it worse, someone get me a goddamn shovel to dig my own FN grave table, Me, sorry I am very white and am from a very white place. That was a shitty joke. Seat 1, no worries, just messing with you me, death. The table was totally sweet about it, left me a great tip, were super kind the rest of the time they were with me but I felt and still feel like a complete asshole. I didn't mean to be racist, folks. But it still happened. Moral, server jokes are great, and important for your tip. Don't joke about people's physical characteristics. Ever.
Tales of Reddit. I am so tired of this. Indoor dining just reopened in our area and I just cannot believe the lack of empathy people have. I am getting so fucking tired of people happy to eat somewhere else than home at the risk of my personal safety. I was serving a 6-top and all of them were gushing about how amazing the huge house party they had was, which is against COVID guidelines in my state. These people are talking without masks while I am serving them their food. They do not care about getting me sick, my grandma who has COPD sick, or my partner who has asthma and is high risk. I can't afford to stop working because I got my degree last year and graduated into a goddamn recession with student loans and no previous work experience in my field because I serve to put myself through college, so I must work when restaurants are open. I was homeless 2 years ago and I will never allow myself to be in that position again, so it is not an option to not work. I feel I am being held hostage to risk my safety just to pay my existence in this world. It makes me feel worthless that these people do not care about COVID when it is my biggest fear when serving them. It feels like they don't care about my health, safety, or life. I am so burned out at the need to give service with a smile to people that don't give a fuck if they are passing on to me a life-threatening illness. Am I the only one? Edit, thank you so much for the support. I quit my serving job last year when we reopened, but could not find anything due to the lockdowns and had to go back to serving a few months later when my savings got low. I will hopefully be leaving the field this week because I have finally found another job that is not customer facing. This post was just my final vent about how I was treated during COVID, and how burnt out I am with humanity having no empathy for me or my coworkers and their families who can't afford to not work when we are called back. Thank you all. I wish the best for anybody who's putting their health on the line to survive. You are not alone.
Tales of Reddit. Awkward interaction with curbside pickup tonight. We made a new job after initial lockdown. The takeout person. An actual takeout person. It's been nearly a year now. All FA are required to train and then expected to work if scheduled that position. It's a pretty chill gig. On weekends I get scheduled a lot for this position. We get call-in takeout. We get online orders. And then we get our local delivery orders. I'm proficient at it. No big deal. I got an online order with a curbside pickup. The order was ready. The man calls says he's here in a white truck. Cool, okay. I go to the driver's side of the truck. Windows are tinted. He gestures something. He refused to roll his window down. I'm confused. I gestured to roll down his window. He still won't roll down his window to verbalize his needs. I'm so confused, I don't know what he wants me to do. Roll down your window. It's curbside. What the issue? Communicate with me. I finally realized he wants me to open the back door of the truck and just leave it on the floorboard. When I did that, he threw a $5 bill at me. Whatever. I went back inside and told my manager I had a really awkward interaction. I was confused about what he wanted. Because he just wouldn't roll down the window and at least communicate with me. And he didn't leave instructions on his online order, or when he called to say he had arrived for his order. Not 1 minute after I got back inside the restaurant, he called the restaurant to complain about how rude I was. WTF. I didn't think I was rude. I was just confused. How you not going to at least roll down your window to verbalize your instructions? Roll down your window, dude. I'm wearing a mask and gloves, he was wearing a mask. Sure, thank you for your online order, but we are not mind readers if you don't specify how you want to receive your food.
Tales of Reddit. My boss gave her daughter all my hours? So, yikes. I need to have a little rant. I started working at this restaurant when it opened in early 2020. I was one of about 10 servers and bartenders at the time. It was great, and I loved my boss and co-workers. Fast forward to COVID. The restaurant closed for a couple of months as was mandated. I was eligible unemployment at the time, so all was well. When the restaurant reopened, I went back to working Fridays nights every week. This was perfect for me as I'm a busy student. It was slower, but I was the only one of the original 10 to return, so I was able to do the shift. I live with my partner and thankfully he helps with rent, but I'm responsible for our groceries and car insurance, which I could afford with this shift. Second wave comes around, restaurant closes again. It reopens, and I'm not asked back to work. I go into the restaurant a few times and I notice the boss's daughter is working. She is also a student and had just turned 19, old enough to serve where I live. Boss is friendly and says nothing about it. Finally, after a few weeks of this, I get the balls to ask if there are any hours for me. I figured maybe my boss wasn't aware, or thought I didn't need the money. I got to go into work tonight. I was so happy to be productive again and thought it was turning around. Tonight though, she basically confirms her daughter will be working Friday and Saturday with her every weekend for the foreseeable future. Doesn't apologize or anything, just kind of shrugs and says we all have bills, I'll let you know if I need you. It would be more understandable if it was a family-owned business, but it's not even like she owns the restaurant, she's just the manager there. Anyways, now I'm super hurt and stressed. I worked so hard here, was a loyal employee and customer, recommended the place to everyone I knew. I wasn't perfect, but I did well. Jobs aren't easy to come by in my area right now, as is the case in other places. Life is expensive. It sucks. The world feels like a cold place. Edit. Wow, thanks so much for the support, everyone. This was my first post on here and I was majorly bummed when I wrote it. The encouragement and validation means so much.
Tales of Reddit. To the guy who placed a Just Eat order and had to wait for ages whilst we got the machine sorted out. Medium. Thank you for being so kind. It's been so difficult working during COVID, it seems to be bringing out the worst in people, especially our Just Eat customers. You rang and said you'd placed an order online and I sighed and prepared for the shouting and swearing that would commence, but you nicely explained the situation, and when I realized what had gone wrong and told you, you didn't blame me at all. Despite it being our fault as we didn't realize the machine had turned off. I tried to get it sorted as quickly as possible, but it took longer than expected, but I called you back like I promised and expected to be moaned at because you'd already paid and blah blah blah. Normal spiel from angry customers, but nope. You were patient, polite and grateful that we were trying. I always try and do my best for customers, especially when they're as nice as you are, but it normally goes unappreciated, but you wanted to put in a good word. Damn, I don't know if you'll even see this, but you deserve so much more than the free donuts and bake you got. I also threw in a free coffee card for if you ever get out of that control room you're stuck in. I only have 3 days left of working here before I leave because I'm sick of all the abuse I'm getting on a daily basis from customers, and I'm sick of the pressure on us from upper management. But, Luke, it's people like you that make me feel fulfilled in a job that's determined to suck the life out of someone. My last few days are going to so much better now knowing that there are still good people in this world.
Tales of Reddit. P.O.S. Sir, tell your child to sit their ass down. I work in a restaurant where everyone does everything, table service, taking orders, cooking, etc. It's a weird mix between fast food and not. Anyway, parents always seem to just let their kids run around free range, which is sometimes fine if the restaurant is practically empty and they're well behaved, but the amount of times I've nearly tripped on a child while carrying plates is way too many. They always block the walkways for fleurs and other customers, and the parents just sit there like we are supposed to babysit their children. Anyway, the other day there was only me and a co-worker within the server area, doing some midday tasks while it was quiet. There was a family with 2 small children seated, and their kids kept on running around and coming inside the server area. These are small kids, near sharp knives, a hot grill, fryers, and also just a kitchen in general. We would kindly usher them out and tell them to be careful, and the parents just didn't bat an eyelid. If the kids had done it one more time, or if we had been busier, I would have said something to the parents. I hate customer confrontation, so eek, but yeah, this has happened way too many times. P.O.S. Your child is gonna get accidentally sliced or burnt or just knocked over. Tales of Reddit. The worst customer I've ever had. Alright, here's the thing. I can usually take on rude people, or bad tippers, or senior citizens, which, in my experience, is really a combination of the two. But once in a while you get a lady like DB, DB equals dumb bitch. I was pretty new to serving at this point, and on this unholy night we were so busy that I was taking care of 7 tables all at once, 2 of those tables having 6 people each. This is in a Tex-Mex restaurant, so you can probably imagine what kind of food we have on our menu and what kind of casual atmosphere we maintain. I'm rushing around getting orders, and I take the order for DB and her husband, who are sat at their own table. She ordered brisket tacos with no modifiers, her husband ordered who the fuck cares. So I go get everything entered into the POS, take care of the big tops drinks, go back to the kitchen and get the food for DB's table and do the whole how does everything look? Perfect. Awesome, please enjoy conversation. Then I start running around again, knowing that there's too much shit still to be done. Here's where IT happens. DB flags me down and I walk over. Yes ma'am? How can I help you? What is this green stuff on my brisket tacos? Oh, that's salsa fresca. A sauce we make out of tomatoes and avocados. Well, it's never been on my brisket tacos, and I eat here all the time. Oh, I apologize ma'am, I've only worked here for a few months, so maybe they added it to the menu right before then. Would you like me to get you another one? No thank you. Are you sure? It'd be no trouble. No, it's okay. Okay, well enjoy. Now that might not have seemed so bad, but I start helping my other tables, and about 10 minutes later she flags me down again. Yes ma'am, how can I help you? Where's my new brisket taco? And in my mind I start thinking, oh shit, I misheard her earlier and she wanted a new one. So I say, I apologize ma'am, I must have misheard you earlier, I thought you said you didn't want a new one. To which she says, I only said that because you were arguing with me. The look on my face must have been the human expression of a computer rebooting, trying to process how a human being can be that much of a dumb bitch. I got her the new taco, got them free dessert to make up for the mistake. Then I got tipped 2 on a 40. Thanks for watching Tales of Reddit. Please subscribe for daily Reddit content uploads, also give it a like.